It's a special day today in the shop. Basically, we're not doing any work today. We have an elderly lady. Her name is Marlene, and she's coming to the shop today. And what is happening is it's make a wish for an elderly person, and her wish was to meet me. I know that's hard to believe. It's quite humbling, to be honest with you, but she's coming to the shop today. I guess when she was in the hospital going through a hard time, she had some times where she got to stop and relax and watch a little bit of Bad Chad, and it helped, I guess, take away the time and take away a little bit of this, and actually made some thoughts come in her head to reflect on when her husband fixed cars and restored cars and played with cars. And that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to take your mind away from all the bad stuff, and when you're building something, you have no time for hate because you are creating.
How you feeling?
Good.
Yeah? Yeah? Excited to finally get to see Chad in person.
Yes, yes, yes.
Don't let the camera scare you.
No.
Just, I know, I understand it can be very overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah.
But just be you. Just be you.
Okay.
And then we'll be able to put this video together for you, and it's something you'll be able to cherish forever.
Yes, that's right.
I just want to ask you, just if you could state your name, your age, and what your wish is.
Okay, my name is Marlene. I am 76 years old.
It's okay.
Oh my God.
Are you okay? Yeah.
My wish was to be able to meet Chad and Jolene as back the year before. Was it last year, Deborah? Yeah, last year I got out of the hospital. I got out of ICU. I had a hard time. I fell and broke my hip. Then I had a heart attack the next day. Then I had I had a hip operation, and they actually didn't think I was going to get through it. And then I had to have a heart procedure done, and I had a heart attack while they were doing it. So I basically went into heart failure, but I'm on medications for that. So anyhow, I'm moving. So anyhow, I got home, and I was used to being out and about, and so anyhow, my granddaughter had given me the Discovery Plus, and I had heard about Chad and Jolene a couple times, and I was always kind of fascinated by, you know, what was in these buildings and that sort of thing, right? I didn't know a lot about it, but when I found out, and I'm not sure how I found out, to tell you the truth, but I found out they had a series. So I talked to my grandson, Braden, about it. So anyhow, basically it was a savior for me. We ended up, 4 or 5 hours, sometimes more. Yeah, sometimes more. I'm emotional about this. Anyhow, anyhow, it was wonderful. It was so intriguing. It was fascinating to see somebody of that caliber that could create something from nothing. I mean, the best I ever seen as a kid, food being something made from nothing, right? But to curate vehicles like that from nothing, I mean, it was a genius at work. And then to watch Jolene, like her always right there, and the whole team. I mean, it was wonderful, and it really, I mean, it was really good for me. I couldn't get out or anything, right? And I was quite ill, and so it meant a lot to me. So little did I know, I don't know how many months down the road, my daughter had put in for We Are Young Foundation, and well, I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know anything about it until my daughter said, we have a phone call coming in. I did this, and you know, maybe maybe you'll get picked, or maybe you won't, whatever, right? And so anyhow, so I found out, you know, that I was going to be. So anyhow, it just, like I said, my daughter basically, she told me about this, and I thought, oh my gosh. And then it just kind of all unraveled, you know. We heard from Kara here, and I talked to Kara on the phone, and it was like, I could hardly believe it. Yeah, so anyhow, that was the wish I wanted.
And now you're here today. And now you're here today. How
Yeah,
special.
So I'm very appreciative
Oh,
of it.
no,
Yeah.
I mean,
And everybody involved,
you,
right?
you know what Deborah
Where's
has.
Chad hiding?
We won't let him come out and scare you. We won't do that to you.
Yeah.
We won't do that to you.
Yep.
Well, this is Marlene, I take it.
Oh my God, there he is.
I'm as nervous to meet you as you
Pleased
probably
to
are to
meet
meet
you.
me. Probably. Okay.
I'm excited to meet you guys.
Oh, awesome.
You meant everything to me. You have no idea.
I don't. I don't.
No, well, you lifted me up when I was at my lowest, when I came home from
Oh, wow.
ICU, and I started watching your series on Disney, no, not Disney, on Discovery Plus.
Sometimes I think it was Disney.
Telling Jolie about it, and
Yeah.
my grandson and I, like, we were together all the time for that, right?
Well done.
Yeah.
For a young man to be with you,
My
yeah.
daughter Deborah.
Hello, Deborah.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Well, you might as well come in and sit down for a
Yeah,
second.
you're,
Come in and sit down.
This is amazing.
Awesome.
You are amazing.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm just,
Well, you are.
I'm just,
You're quite a genius.
well,
You, like I said, you can create something from nothing. Yeah, it's amazing. Wow.
yeah, these are just, yeah, some of the cars that I've been playing with over the time. I've been quite fortunate to, you know, get that chance on Discovery, and then, you know,
Yes,
to go
yeah.
to YouTube, you know.
Yeah, I've been watching some with that new, that's gonna haul,
Jolene's car.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like you should
And I
be
was
hauling hot
wondering what
dogs.
it was gonna be,
Yeah.
right? Because I was watching, I thought, what's that? Because I didn't get it right when you started, right?
Okay.
So I had no idea. Yeah. Wow. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's just some of the stuff I like to look at. I like color. I really do. I like color. I like visuals.
Yeah.
You know, Jolene's pretty. I like looking at her. I just like
Yeah.
pretty things. You
Yeah,
know.
she's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm a lucky man.
She's also got lots of brains too, eh?
She has.
Definitely.
She has. She's actually been able to take what I enjoy to do,
Yeah.
and we make a living at it.
Yeah,
And that's a
yeah.
hard thing sometimes, you know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's a hard thing. Would you like to sit down?
Oh, I'm okay.
You're okay? Would you
Really,
like to
yeah.
take a walk through?
Sure.
Let's take a walk through.
I would.
This, I don't know if this one we bought in Ontario. Me and Jolene we had an excellent trip coming back. We kind of went like 40 miles an hour the whole way. We kept every car behind us
That's
for miles,
like what,
probably.
Like a 32 or what?
48, 46, 47 for it. Right.
46,
I
I was
couldn't.
born in 47.
There you, is that right?
I
Wow.
tell you what I liked. I liked the old 49 Ford split windshield.
Okay.
Yeah. My husband, I was telling Jolene that my husband, or telling the thing that I was being interviewed, that my husband, he didn't create cars like you know,
Yeah.
but he used to customize and he used to race cars.
Right on.
This is back like in the 60s, we did this kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it really took me right back. And then he had a friend, they used to build these roadsters.
Right.
So it took me, when I started watching your program, I tell you, I could get as far as my chair in the bathroom, but as far as I could get, because I had been in ICU for
Right.
a long time. And I'll tell you, it was like, it was wonderful having all,
Awesome.
to have you
Awesome.
to watch, and Jolene and the whole
This was a
the whole
U-tube.
team.
This was a U-tube. We lowered the roof on it. We just lowered it down, chopped the roof down. This was a TV car. That was a giveaway car at the Rockabilly show, and we bought it back.
Are you ever going to have one of them ever again? Rockabilly?
Jolene has an idea,
Yeah.
and we're going to see what happens, but we might do it again. We
Yeah.
just probably might not do it here. We
Yeah.
might try to do it somewhere else maybe, see what happens.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, wow.
That was a four-door car that I turned into a truck.
Yeah.
I find a lot of cars, they kind of find their way to me because they want to be changed into something different. If you know, that's how I look at it, you know.
Yeah.
This one here was a 2-ton truck, and I turned it into a roadster.
Oh my God.
The next
Yeah,
one.
I think I've seen some of these. Oh, I don't remember seeing this though.
That was on TV. Yeah, it was a land speed record
yeah,
car.
I didn't remember the eyes and the teeth there in the front of it.
The smash in the front was off camera. I ran into the side of the wall. Yeah, it was kind of not what I was expecting to do, but I did it. And there's Jolene's race car and truck that we're doing. We're going to be taking off next month. We're going racing in Maine, or she is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What part of Maine?
What is it? Winterport.
I don't know where that is.
They have a little drag strip down there.
Really?
And she's going to try to break 60 miles an hour. 60 miles an hour.
Oh, really?
So it's not really fast enough that you could hurt yourself, obviously, but
yeah.
It's just the right speed to have fun and that sort of thing.
Wow.
Take you back in time, more or less.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Wow.
That car was mainly nothing. We just kind of made it, basically. It's got a great big engine in it. There's 2 hoods turned on their side for the ass end of it. The hood of it's a barrel. It's just kind of...
What I can't get over, all the different places you went to on the series to get parts and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't think there was still so much around the valley. I wasn't brought up in the valley. I was brought up in Hants County, but I didn't think there was so much stuff still around that you could get your hands on. I thought, yeah.
Yeah, there is a few places, right? There is a few
yeah.
places. You have to use your imagination a little bit because some of the stuff is rode off, but
yeah.
Everybody sort of wants a car,
Yeah.
I generally I'm looking for pieces.
You're looking at pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. I realized that when I watched the show. It's like, okay, he doesn't care if this isn't all like this, because this is what he wants from it.
Well, I'll tell you, you see something that's a piece of junk, it tells you the truth. It tells you exactly what it needs. So when the floor is all gone, I know I have to make a floor. When the door's missing, I know I have to put a door on it. But when you buy a car that's, like we bought in Ontario, when you buy it, you really don't know what you have. Someone has already messed with it. It's not telling you the truth because you can strip it down.
Yeah, you got something not too long ago that somebody wasn't telling the truth about it. I've seen that on YouTube.
We don't want to go there.
No,
we don't want to go there.
I know, but really though, hey?
Well, that's how easy it is to.
But maybe something good's going to come out of it, hopefully.
Oh, I'm sure there will. I'm sure there will.
Yeah.
The motorbikes are. I'm not sure. I'm just a collector.
You are.
I am. And if I have a little bit of money, I will buy something instead of saving the money. If I can buy a motorbike for a fair price, and if I think I can get more, I'll buy
Look
it.
at that one over there.
Exactly.
That work on it, the artwork.
That's Vidito's bike, and he did quite a job on it, really. Like he did all the seat on it, he did all the leather
Who's
work on it.
Vidito?
Paul Vidito. You might as well say he's an artist, and he was selling his bike, and I had to have it.
He did the work himself.
He did.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to customize it. I'm going to leave it because it's his piece of art.
Yes,
And
exactly.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
The blue car was, I think, the very first episode. That was a
love the color.
two-door sedan. The dump truck was a 4-door car.
Oh my God.
And the red car was the wine car. That was a Austin A100. I think it was a $300 piece of, throwaway.
Wow, and the bubble top.
Yeah.
I remember that.
It's an
I remember, that was quite the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to blow the bubble in front of the, with the cameras on and that sort of stuff, whether it's going to work or not.
Yeah,
it was
exactly,
it worked out really well.
I know it did.
Yeah.
Wow.
The cider truck was a 4-door car that was given to us.
Yes.
Yeah. The yellow
So now it's back here, so they're not using it, or?
They had it for display there for a while.
Yeah,
And
okay.
in the contract that I had, in the end, we were the owner of the cars.
Ah, it's beautiful, the colors you put on there.
I like colors.
Wow, yeah.
I like colors.
Yeah. That's amazing. I like the bubble top, though.
It's a funny looking thing, isn't it?
There'd be some people who wouldn't be able to get in there, would they?
Well, you have to be a little bit of a contortionist to get in there a little bit, but it was mainly for the kids and me because I enjoy it myself.
Yeah.
You know?
Jetsons, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Amazing. These bikes are nice too, though, aren't they?
I find it amazing that you would watch and be interested. It's just kind of odd for me because you always think that a man's going to watch and wants to fix a car and that sort of stuff, but for you to be...
Well, I don't know. I guess it's probably have to do like with her dad. Like, I mean, I used to have my head underneath the hood when he was doing stuff, and you know what I mean? I was always in the way.
He was an awesome wife then. You were helping.
Yeah. I can remember the old 49 Ford. I think we had a jug for the gas thing.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And nowadays they want you to play safe, and it's like, the gas.
Typical 76-year-old.
Yeah, we had a lot of really nice vehicles. The 55 Ford Sunliner convertible.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, and it was gorgeous how he had it all fixed up, and he had all the fur and stuff then back in the 60s. Fur was big in your cars, right? And so we would go to New Glasgow because he would run the projector at the movie on weekends. He'd go
This
up
sounds
there.
like an old-time movie.
And people would crowd around, well, like they'll crowd around your vehicles. They'd crowd around, we'd park in New Glasgow.
Yeah.
And just by the show there, and people would crowd around like...
What color was your car?
It was red and like not white, more of a red and a beige together, two-tone.
Yeah.
It was beautiful, and it had nice white creamy seats, leather seats, real leather, right?
Right on.
Yeah.
I can remember my first fur. I put a little bit of fur in a car, and I remember the first time I took it for a ride, the fur was all coming free from the mat, and it was flying in my eyes. It was going everywhere. It was a floor mat from Walmart, and the fur was just coming out of it. It was like, wow.
Yeah. I know I come from the days where a friend of ours, he had like a Thunderbird, and at that time it had a hideaway trunk.
Right.
I mean, what would that mean now, right? Back then, like, wow. Hideaway trunk. You can't tell it's got a trunk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This was like in Halifax.
Right.
This is in Halifax, and we had another friend. He had a Sun. What is it? A Sun Valley? No, not Sun Valley.
Sounds. You can have. There's a Sun Valley, I think.
Sun Valley. He had a beautiful, beautiful car. Yeah. Yeah, we used to sit out at Sunnyside when it was Sunnyside.
Yeah.
All lined up
Chicken
there,
burger.
right?
Right on.
Still there.
All
That's
the
what they did in the
customized
60s
cars,
all
we'd
around.
all sit
That
out
still
there.
goes on. Yeah,
Does it?
I think it
Yeah.
does. Yeah, I think it's on a Tuesday night. I'm not sure, but it still goes on.
yeah.
There's a few
Yeah.
people that still go there. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Jackie had the 57 Chevy, hey? Oh man, that was beautiful. Yeah.
I like them all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not prejudiced in
But
any way.
these are,
You know.
I mean, these are total creations, though.
Yeah, they're just different.
Yeah, they're
And
lovely.
basically, what got me onto that was I couldn't afford to have what I wanted to have, and
So
I had
did
to.
you ever see an
had to
old
make something.
55 Studebaker? Sports, like they were ugly, okay? Studebakers, I didn't like
Not
them.
anymore.
But the 55
Yes.
Sports Coupe
Yes.
was not ugly.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. We had one of them. It was beautiful. Yeah. And a Karamagia and an Austin Healey. And
Oh, yeah, wow.
we had a lot of stuff. Oh, yeah.
You're a car girl.
Yeah, yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Are you into cars?
Yep. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yep.
What are you driving?
Well, I was driving a Civic, but
That's fine.
Until somebody hit him.
Now he's driving my second car until he buys another
never
car.
really had the funds to get into something like that I want to drive myself.
I understand completely.
But yeah,
It'll come.
I am into cars and stuff.
It'll come.
Yep.
And you're in the exact same spot I was. I just wanted it, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I just wanted it, and I went for it.
Yep.
And I made a lot of mistakes getting here. I can tell you that. A lot of mistakes.
Lessons.
Well, yeah, exactly. In the end, you know, back then I didn't think there were lessons. I looked at
No.
mistakes, but I do look at mistakes as lessons now.
Yeah,
You
is
really-
that how you get the bad Chad or what?
Well,
I haven't heard too much about you, but,
I don't really want to tell you much about me either, but
well, we all got histories. Yeah.
that's true. And like I say, you're allowed to change at any point in time you
Yeah,
want to.
that's right.
You know what I mean? Like,
It's all on who it makes you
Yeah.
today.
yeah.
This is this your car.
Never judge.
That was the wine car.
Isn't that amazing?
It's quite something different, is it not?
Is it ever?
It's quite something
It
different.
looks like it's all one piece.
It is. And that's the only way that basically some of the designs on the cars had to be that way, or in my brain had to be that way to get it done for the time that we had.
Yeah.
So like if we had to have a car done in 35 days and we bought a,
Yeah, so do you sleep at night?
well, sometimes I sleep pretty good, I guess. When we were
Do you
doing
dream up creations when you're sleeping?
when we were doing TV, there was not much sleeping going on.
What?
When we were doing TV, there wasn't much sleeping.
No.
No, there wasn't. It was a lot of work.
That was probably more pressure, wasn't it?
It was the most pressure that I've been through
I
probably
would think
in
so,
my
yeah. I mean, even that little interview over there in the other part, like, that was like pressure to me.
yeah, well, you know, when
Yeah, you were on a time, like,
basically they would set something up for us and we have to have the car done for that certain amount of
That time, yeah.
And it wasn't enjoyable,
no.
but I enjoyed making the cars.
Yes, yeah.
If you know what I'm trying to say.
The end result,
Yeah,
you knew
like-
you would, yeah.
Like there's nothing
Okay.
better than creating something.
Yeah,
Like for me, like
Yeah.
it'll take my time. I'm not bothering nobody when I'm making something. Like I say, when you create, there's no time for hate.
Yeah.
Like you're making something and
Yeah.
your brain is there.
Focused,
I'm
right?
focused. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I'm.
because I know one of the YouTubes I watched when
Yeah.
you had got that vehicle from Ontario that
Yes.
didn't turn out right.
You're gonna do that to
But
me
then
again.
all the- yeah, but no, I'm not. No, I'm
Let's do it.
getting to something else.
Okay, let's do it.
So you were talking about, well, you know what, like, we don't, like you were kind of like saying, well, we don't need to talk about that today because you got all them fires burning and Titanium
Yeah.
and you got, and like.
Right.
that
There's
was-
more important
That
things.
was more important, right?
Yeah, like
It was
there's-
good you could switch that, really.
Well,
Because you
yeah.
could end up into a lot of hate, right, otherwise.
And you have to do that. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, I have to talk to Jolene sometimes, or you talk to each other, your partner.
Yeah.
You know, there's only a certain amount of time that you're allowed to bitch. You only got
Yeah.
5 minutes,
Yeah.
and then you have to sort of shut it off. 5 minutes, and then you gotta have to shut it off. You know,
Yeah.
if you want to be happy.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I mean,
right.
I want to be happy. You know.
Yeah, well, that's a very good attitude.
And I'm figuring out how to be happy.
Yeah.
And that's doing what I want to do.
Yeah,
If
Yeah.
that's how I'm happy. It's like if someone's telling me what to do,
yeah,
it doesn't make me that happy.
yeah,
You
I
know what I
know,
mean?
I know.
If you're doing what you want to do, I guarantee you, you'll be happier than what someone else is telling you what to
Oh
do.
yeah,
Right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Like so, that's what makes you happy. And if everybody
Yeah.
wants to know, doing what you want to do makes you happy.
Yeah.
And this makes me happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so what's next?
I'm going to play with the.
Sounds like I'm interviewing you, but I'm not, I just want to go.
We're just having a conversation.
Yeah.
The haulers
Going
basically.
to Maine,
We are.
yeah.
We have we're going to Australia for a month to do, we got 4 or 5 different cars we're going to be working on there.
Oh my God,
We're going
That's
to
amazing.
Florida for the turkey run. We're going to Florida for the turkey run. We're going to do that.
the turkey run?
Yeah, we're special guests there. They have a bunch of cars that people sell and
It's not turkeys.
car shows. No, it's not turkeys, it's cars.
Wow.
Yeah. They call it the turkey run. I'm not sure
That's
why.
wonderful.
Yeah. Is that what
For
it-
October.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of stuff. All I know is what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Jolene's taking
yeah.
care of most of that stuff, so I just
Yeah.
kind of look towards her.
That's awesome, though. Oh my gosh.
I wouldn't even be able to get on an airplane if it wasn't for Jolene.
Like you seem like a homeboy, right? But you know what? That traveling, you're gonna love it.
Oh, I like it. Believe me,
Yeah.
I like it. But I couldn't get there if it wasn't for her.
Yeah.
I don't own a phone.
But you're still real, right? You're
Well,
still,
I'm only one person. Right? I'm just who I am. It's like when I first went to TV there, they brought me up in this room and they were kind of excited for me. They were excited because they were getting this, TV show, I guess. And,
Yeah.
and they kept saying, "Can you be that person? Can you be that person?" I said, "What person is that? Like, I only know how to be me." Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you were so real.
Yeah.
I mean, you showed expressions of like sometimes mad, sometimes happy,
I was.
sometimes glad, and I mean,
I was.
real life, right?
Isn't
Yeah.
it? You're going to
Yeah.
you'll go out of life like that.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody got that.
Yeah, I'm just, yeah.
Yeah.
I have no, I guess, for me to communicate, the truth is the quickest.
Yeah.
If I start
Yeah,
beating
that's
around the
right.
bush about something,
That's
like
right.
you don't know where you want to go or what somebody wants you to do or anything, I just kind of speak the truth and it's over.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no,
Yeah.
There's no
It's
messing
a
up.
beautiful building.
it is.
Yeah, I was thinking like, I heard that a building was being built and I thought, I wonder what's he gonna be doing with that? And I thought, well, he's gonna be putting all this in here, right?
Yeah, we're trying to, I don't know, trying to look after the stuff that we have.
Yes, yeah,
And that's one of the biggest problems I've had for most of my life is making something and then not being able to look after it.
yeah.
A lot of the cars sat outside or sat in
Yeah.
a building with no heat,
Yeah,
no nothing.
something like Neil Young's old cars, hey?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's quite a book. Yeah. Neil Young, his old cars, they were derelicts.
Yeah.
Somebody came on his property to interview him, and
he went to electric, did he not?
and they were, I don't know. He was probably sorry he ever did now. He's probably thinking it over, right? That was his idea, I think,
Yeah.
at the beginning, right? But anyhow, the thing is, somebody came on his land and they kind of started putting these the cars weren't looking like this, believe me. They were derelict.
Yeah.
And they started going on about it, and off they went off of his land, I'll tell you that.
Wow.
That was it, yeah. Now he does most of his entertainment over in United Kingdom, and actually he's one of my favorites, right? I met him in Yorkville Village back in the 60s.
Okay. When he was
In
young.
a coffee house, he was doing music. I was here and he was there, right?
Not many people can say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of followed him through the years, right? Not a stalker, though. I'm not going to stalk you.
Well, that's a good thing.
No, not a stalker. Just a real lover of his music.
Yeah,
his
you
curated-
enjoyed his talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, this is lovely, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I like to come out and look around.
I'm just trying to figure this vehicle right
The
here.
white one?
Yeah,
or the yellow one?
cream colored.
That one I used to drive when I was younger. It's called the Bat Out of Hell.
Oh, okay.
And I put fins on it, and
That's really nice.
I shortened the roof on it. I even put a chandelier in it. You can see I got a chandelier.
Oh, I see that. Oh, my God.
Snoop Dogg had a disco ball. I thought I'd put a chandelier. But yeah, it's
Well,
kind
you're
of.
going to have quite the traveling trick then, a whole month in Australia?
Yeah,
Wow.
they were awesome over there. Everybody was real good.
I bet, yeah.
Yeah, and it's good to go somewhere where everybody enjoys you.
Exactly,
It is, you know what I mean? Like. it
Yeah,
is.
you mean, it's,
Yeah.
it's like-minded people you're going to,
Yeah.
so they appreciate everything,
Yeah, they
right?
appreciate that what we do, and
Yes.
and when they appreciate me, I appreciate them back.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. That's wonderful.
Respect is earned, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, respect is earned.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm really happy I got here.
I'm awesome. I'm glad you came.
I really am. Well, like I said, we wanted to do the rockabilly thing, and then we looked online, and what we thought was going to be was the year before.
Okay.
So Braden and I said, oh my gosh, I said, I don't think they're having anything, right?
We'll have to get Jolene, put a little pressure on her and get something geared up for next year.
But you say you might be doing it somewhere other.
We might change the venue where we've got this building in the way of all the cars. We might change the venue somewhere, but it'd be close by.
Yeah.
We have an idea. I just
Yeah.
don't want to spit it out because we don't
Well,
know.
no,
we haven't
no.
asked, or it's better to, like I always say, you always ask me first, and then you can ask the kid to stay overnight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of don't put the pressure on me and then ask.
Yeah, really.
Ask me first, and then
Yeah,
I'll
you
let
don't want
you know.
the kids stuck in between
Yeah,
there
exactly.
to say no to.
Exactly. Ask me first, and then we'll tell them whether it can or not. Right?
Oh my God.
I've learned a few lessons over the time.
Yeah. I bet you guys are enjoying all this too, hey? Isn't this amazing? This is like like in our own neighborhood, like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing.
It is quite something,
Yeah, it is.
if we think about it, or
Yeah.
for me to even think about it. We're on, what can I say? We're known all over the world in the car business.
Yeah.
And we're right here in Nova Scotia, where there's
Yeah.
probably the least amount of cars that you could ever find. Like,
Yeah.
there's more cars in one state in the United States than there is all of Nova Scotia.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And we're right up there with them. I'm not saying that we're building the same kind of cars, but we are known just as well as anybody else.
Well, I don't know
Yeah.
if there's anybody that has achieved all this.
Well, I don't know if someone's put in the amount of work that I have,
Yeah.
but Nova Scotia's got it going on,
Yeah.
and we just don't know it yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're actually going to start driving around in Nova Scotia a little bit, I think, if we can, and do some videos of the places that we should be visiting more often, if you know what I'm saying. Like Scott's Bay is beautiful.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
Kingsport's beautiful.
Yes.
Mahone
that's right.
Bay is beautiful. Lunenburg's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's all, yeah, exactly. Cape Breton.
Yeah, don't forget Cape Breton.
I didn't have time to say it yet. but you know, I mean,
Yeah.
we have a beautiful place here.
Yeah.
And me and Jolene are going to start promoting it a little bit more, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like building cars is a great thing, but if we can
Yes.
run around in an old car and maybe show what's around.
Yes, exactly.
We've got our blinders on so much that we live here, you don't really see the beauty that's right, you know,
Yes,
right in front of
exactly.
you.
Yeah, exactly.
We travel thousands of miles away to see something we've
See
never
it,
seen before, but we
yeah.
haven't even seen our own province.
I know.
You know, it's kind of
That's true.
a shame,
Yeah.
but we're going to start doing that a little bit, I hope.
Yeah.
And we're going to take you with us. You can watch it on the screen.
Unfortunately, though, like to travel in Canada is very expensive. To travel outside of Canada, like, you know, these resorts where you get everything included, you know. is-
South for a week and to go to
Yeah.
Toronto for a week.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. I think, well, I guess it's that politics thing, I guess. Everything's so expensive.
Yeah.
You know, we just went through a big thing. I think I think we all forget we got to pay that money back. All that money that was given to, I think we got to pay that back. You know what I mean? We probably forget about that, but yeah, probably. There's probably a lot of money that we got to pay
I heard of
back.
some seniors that applied for that and got it. It wasn't me.
Damn.
Yeah. Can you imagine though?
But what I'm saying, yeah, there's a lot of money given out. We probably got to pay some back, and
Nothing's free in life. Seems.
that's true. Unless it's a kick in the ass.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Wow.
Well, what do you think, Marlene?
Oh, it's beautiful.
I'm not a hugger, Marlene, but I want to give you a hug.
Oh, okay.
And that I'm not. I'm not a hugger, but
Yeah, well, you
I
pat
just-
yourself in the
well,
back. I'll tell you, you've really done a lot in your life.
Well,
And
it's
you're
going
still
good.
going too.
It's
so,
going good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm thinking good things.
yeah,
Yeah. And I guess where your brain is at is where you go generally.
yeah.
Stay thinking poopy things, and then poopy things come, right?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
trying
right.
to think good
Law
things.
of attraction. You do believe in that?
Yeah, I do. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
let's face it. If you don't have a dream, it can't come true,
That's
right?
right.
And I have a dream. You have a dream?
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Good. If it doesn't
think
come,
so.
if it doesn't come true, make another one.
Yeah,
Right? It's free. It's free. Right? It's free. Yeah, that's both. You know, kicking the ass and dreams are free. But yeah, that's basically
Well,
what
when
I'm
I
going
found
for.
out that I got the wish and everything, you know, I said,
I hope I didn't disappoint.
no, not at all. I said to Kara when I was on the phone, I said, well, would it be okay if my grandson come? Because, I mean, he was a really big part of us
Yeah.
watching this together, and we had meals together, and we did watch this for hours, right? We couldn't, and then I couldn't watch no more until he would come back again, because I didn't want him
to miss anything.
nothing.
Yeah, right on. Cool.
And I was so anxious. Like, come back soon, please.
Here, I'd be texting her, like checking in on her to make sure, 'cause I mean, she spent 5 weeks in the hospital, making sure she's okay, and I'd get nothing, right? And then I'd have to call, and she'd be like, well, I'm watching Bad Chat.
Awesome.
You're calling me.
I got her.
I can't
Awesome.
talk to you right now.
Yeah, you're interrupting me.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it was fantastic. This is lovely too.
Cool.
Yeah,
This is what we do every day, me and Julian,
Yeah.
every day. Like we don't
yeah.
stir too far away. We make a video every day.
Yes.
And we've been doing that for the last 3 years. And that's what's done, paid for this. You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
Yes.
that's what's enabled us to keep going.
Yes.
And
yes.
we got the gas pedal down. We just keep on cruising.
So you have a fellow named Nathan,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you have a Doug guy.
I do,
I've seen
I
on the
do.
YouTubes, yeah.
Man, you were watching.
Well, I knew all the other ones from the other crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had quite a crew there,
Yeah,
Alex, and
yeah.
you
Aaron,
had your son.
my son Colton, yeah.
Who else was there?
Aaron.
Aaron,
Yeah.
yes, right,
Yeah.
yeah. So what are they all doing now?
I imagine they're doing their own thing, just like
Oh, okay.
everything just kind of went back to normal. Everybody went doing their own thing, what they were
Yes,
doing.
Yeah, yeah.
just kind
So
of.
you have these other couple people
Yeah, there's-
helping out with stuff and,
Doug will come in and help me do a couple videos. If I
Yeah.
need a hand holding a sheet of metal and stuff, he helps me doing that.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
Nathan's coming in.
sometimes you need an extra person. Well, Jolene, she's been pretty good at holding things too, right?
She's awesome.
Yeah,
She can weld and everything.
yeah,
She's
she
probably
is.
welded up half these vehicles here.
Yes,
But
yeah.
yeah. And Nathan's doing the
wonderful.
mechanical work, which for our YouTube station, I can't really teach anybody anything on the mechanical thing because I'm still learning myself.
Yeah,
And, you know, so Nathan knows more than I do, and it's best to have someone know more than you do to get things
Yeah.
done,
Oh,
right?
yeah, right.
So he's helped me out with the mechanicals, and
Yeah.
everything's coming together.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
wonderful.
It is going good.
Yeah. Is that a cut?
Only when you want to.
I just want to move down here to see this car a little closer.
Generally, what happens is they just take what they like. Generally,
Yeah.
right?
And this here. What's going on with this?
This is a '55 Merc I call Elvis,
Oh.
and it needs more work. Yeah. It's not in the fabricating stage anymore. It's about work.
Yeah.
If you know sand and filler or sand in
Yes,
the underneath of
yeah.
it, that sort of stuff. So it really takes away from the YouTube station when I'm building something.
Yes.
I find everybody likes us fabricating and making something. When it comes down to finishing something, the station kind of falls off, and we can't have that.
Yeah.
We got to keep the stats up. I mean, that's what helps us, right? That's what keeps us
Yes,
going.
yeah.
So you'd be foolish to, me to dive in the mechanic part when the station goes down. So we make sure that the views are up, and
Yes.
it's generally fabrication.
Yeah.
They love it when I make mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
They love it.
I read the comments.
Yeah, they love it. Huh?
They do.
I love it. But you know what?
You mean the critics?
Yeah, I don't care because
Yeah,
they
don't.
make mistakes too. It's just that they're not big enough and able enough to admit it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
That's how we learn, is making mistakes.
Yeah, that's
And,
right. Yes.
If I can show anything to anybody, it's making a mistake and get back on it and fix it.
Yes.
That's how you fix
exactly.
something, right?
Yeah.
Learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, well, if it doesn't work this way, well, maybe I can do it this way.
Yeah.
Right? And then the brain starts working, and wow, I've got something that really works, right?
Mm-hmm. So this is, you consider it an Elvis vehicle? It's going to
Yes.
be pink and black?
Well, it's something like
That was
that.
a big thing, pink and black with
It's
Elvis.
pink underneath.
Is it?
It is.
Is
and
it really?
It is. And I'm going to probably change it up a little bit. But yeah, pink and black is where it's at.
Yeah.
But it's a car that I've got on trade, and I just keep plunking away on it and plunking
Yeah.
away, and once in a while, or maybe after a while, it'll get done.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
These people are quite interested in all this.
Awesome. They're going to make your dream come true.
You're gonna be a local celebrity.
There you go.
Well, that wasn't what I was looking for.
And you used to work out all the time?
Yeah, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, every day. Yeah, I haven't got back there yet. I'm hoping to. I'm hoping to get back. I guess
That put you in a comfortable place in your brain when you were working out? Just took away from everything?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
That was like, Braden and I, that was our life. Well, he's still doing it, but I hope I can get back, yeah. Yeah, it was a lot to me.
Yeah.
I've worked out most of my life, right?
Jolene does quite a bit. I
Yeah.
watch her,
Yeah.
right? Right? I watch it.
Yeah, I hope I get back to it.
Yeah, I can see it taking the brain in a certain place where it's...
Oh, yeah, yeah.
For me, it's mowing the lawn. I like mowing the lawn. My brain just goes everywhere.
Oh, really?
I like
Is
mowing the
it?
lawn, walking a lawnmower. I love it. Yeah,
Like a no-brainer then.
yeah, I like no-brainers. I love no-brainers. La, 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 la.
Yeah.
Just
Oh
follow
my
that
God.
line.
Yeah.
I got it. I got it. But yeah,
Oh, well, there's a picture of Elvis there.
he is.
Wow.
When I was young, he was the king of rock and roll.
Yeah.
Coming
I
to
never
fi-
forget the day he died, 1977.
I cried. I
I
remember.
remember the day.
Yeah, it was-
actually.
yeah, I
Oh my
cried.
God, my girlfriend and I, we were living up in Lower Sackville then.
Yeah.
And my best friend Linda and I, God, we cried all friggin' day, and we were so upset. And Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember that?
Yeah.
You were just little.
I love Elvis.
Yeah. We still play him. Jolene played him yesterday
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
radio. Suspicious
Very
Minds.
tragic, yeah, very
Yeah.
tragic, very, very, very tragic. But that happens to a lot of celebrities. I mean, they're people.
They are
And
people.
that, unfortunately, they get so many pressures, right?
Probably a lot of time on their hands.
Yeah.
And what do you
Yeah.
do with all that money?
And money. And then the more money they make, they have to spend out a lot too, though.
Sure.
So they get under real pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that guy from Fleetwood Mac? He was on the radio. He said,
Chris.
I'm
Oh,
not,
Lindsay Buckingham.
I'm not sure which one it was.
She's going to Stevie Nicks
But-
next month.
Oh, wow.
in
But he was saying
Boston.
how much money he spent on drugs. And
yeah,
it was
probably.
unreal how much money he spent.
Oh, he would.
Unreal.
He would, yeah. Yeah. So Billy Joel and Stevie Nicks are playing together in Boston. So that's where Deborah's going next month. I wish I was going, but it's too much
Wow, good for
walking,
you.
I guess.
I wish it was Fleetwood Mac, but unfortunately, it's still gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Like Stevie Nicks, like.
Yeah,
But,
and Billy Joel, I think
Yeah.
he's
not
really,
he's good.
really.
He's not my favorite.
Oh, I like
I'm there
him.
for Stevie
Yeah.
Nicks.
Yeah, I remember listening to him when I was younger.
Yeah, yeah.
I had the album Glass Houses, or he was throwing a rock at a glass house.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I remember having that album,
I
listening to
don't
it.
have any of their albums. I don't got no. I seen when I lived in Toronto. I seen Fleetwood Mac
Yeah,
twice,
a lot of people.
but I don't have any of their albums. I have albums by other people, right, from back in the 70s.
I don't have any albums. I might have a couple albums,
Do you?
but they're just collector things I'm just going to look at, you know.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A few Elvis albums. Yeah. Other than that, maybe a Dollar Parton with Jolene.
Oh, Jolene,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I always say she doesn't need another man.
No, that's right. Yeah, Miley Cyrus, she can really sing that song, can't she? Yeah, yeah.
Could I ask for a favor?
Sure.
Could I get a shot with you guys with the garage in the back?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's do it.
With what?
He wants to get
Garage
a...
in the back.
Oh, okay, let me take this jacket off. Actually, I'm quite warm, to tell you the
Your arm
truth.
around like
Sure, yeah.
Here, Deborah.
As long as she knows I'm taking.
No, I'm not looking for any men.
Had enough of that foolishness, eh?
Oh, my God.
I'll just get you guys to stand right here and face
Okay, cool.
right again.
Is this the one you got from Ontario? Yeah.
That's the bad car.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, they lied.
They did so.
Here, hold on to this, Deborah.
They did
Where are
so.
we going? Oh, we're going here.
Over here.
Okay.
He's gonna give you. Just look at my camera, Marlene. Perfect. Can you give a thumbs up? Perfect. Thank you so much, guys.
Cool.
Thank you.
She wants to-
Oh,
Do you want to sneak in a photo with it?
Sure.
Here, make it camera.
Yeah, might as well.
No, right click.
Yeah, you watched all the shows with her.
Yeah.
that's right.
Got it. Yeah. So look at me, guys. Thumbs up. Looking at me. Perfect. Beautiful shot, guys.
There you go.
Thank you.
Well done. Nice to meet you. Yeah, that's
Yes.
Thank you.
Leave your
No worries.
clothes.
Oh, yeah. Nice to meet
Yeah.
you.
It was awesome.
What's gonna go through your head now when you watch the show again after this?
Well, hopefully a more understanding how things put together.
Yeah, it's just a process. We come up every day and just do a little bit more.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't know what this was going to be because I didn't catch it right from the beginning.
Okay.
So I thought, God, there it is. Like the minute we walked in that building. So it's to actually to transport.
Her car. It's just
The other vehicle.
It's like a dream. Like you have a dream. Like you think you're going to build a truck that's going to transport the car that you're building for. You know, I'm building for Jolene. It's just something I make up and
Yeah.
and I just go with it. And I find that building cars like that takes people's imaginations. Like a lot of people have opinions about it, whether it's good, whether it's bad, or whatever. If you've got an opinion about it, it's art. And so many
Yeah.
people talk about it, whether they piece of junk or if they like it or if they don't like it. It must be a pretty good piece of art if everybody's talking about it. You know, if you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it brought something out of them, and that's basically what that does.
This is gonna happen though.
Yeah,
here.
yeah, I guess so. I'm going to try to stay on it for as long as I can. I'm going to finish her car, and maybe we'll put it together and make it look the way it's supposed to look.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just sometimes I get bored of working on that because my brain wants to work on something else.
Yeah.
I know what it's going to look like. I know what it looks like when it's done. I can see it painted. It's like, and basically everybody can't yet until I finish it. And that's the hardest part, is to finish something for me.
Yeah.
I like jumping all over the place a little bit. And, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, super cool.
We'll take her word for it.
My eyes will be closed
Will they?
in every picture.
I take too many.
Perfect. That was awesome.
Alrighty.
Cool.
Okay.